Hey everyone, it's Robyn and welcome to my channel. Today on the Robyn's Nest, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a Dragon Ball Z cake. Now, there's a few things I've become familiar with while raising boys, and anime cartoons are definitely one of those things. And this one anime cartoon in particular, my oldest son is obsessed with. Like, so much so to the point that if you diss his boy Goku, he will go Super Saiyan on your behind. So needless to say, when it came to his birthday cake this year, I knew exactly what I had to make. So today, I'm going to be attempting a mirror glazed Dragon Ball cake for you guys. So let's get into it. So for today's cake, I baked up 3 6-inch chocolate cake rounds because chocolate is my son's absolute favorite cake. And as you can see, 2 of these are a little bit differently shaped, and that's because I baked these in a small stainless steel bowl to give them a bit of a domed shape. So we're just going to begin by taking our cake leveler and we're going to trim these down and level them out so we can stack and fill our cake. So chocolate and cherries are a favorite combination at my house. So we're going to be using some cherries and some chocolate buttercream to fill our layers. And we're going to be stacking those layers on a cake card that is the same size as the bottom layer of our cake. Now we're just going to begin by adding a tiny bit of buttercream to our cake board. And we're also going to place this cake board on a larger cake board just to keep our turntable clean. Alright, so we're going to get these stacked up and then it's on to our crumb coat. So I finished stacking and filling my layers, and as you can see, my bottom layer has compressed a little bit underneath the weight of the cake and the fillings. So I'm just going to take a serrated knife and we're going to round this out a little bit before we give it a crumb coat. Now, this cake is going to need a couple of coats of icing before we do our mirror glaze. So I'm going to pop this cake in the fridge to chill after we do our crumb coat in preparation for our final coat of icing. So while we're waiting for our cake to chill, we can start working on our Super Saiyan Blue Goku cake topper. Now we're going to create this using a little bit of white fondant with some Tylo powder added to it. We're going to roll that out nice and thin. Then I'm going to apply this stencil of Goku that I've created. And we're going to hand paint it using some watered down gel food color and a fine tip paintbrush. Alrighty, there is my Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and I think he turned out awesome. My son is going to love this. I can't wait for him to see it. But he is still a little bit wet, and my fondant's still a little bit soft, so I do need to dry this. So I'm going to put this in my food dehydrator for approximately 1 hour, and that should firm it up nicely. So while we're waiting for our topper to dry, it's time to start working on our second and final coat of buttercream, because as you can see, there are still all sorts of crumbs showing through and we need to cover these up. So I'm going to add a nice generous coat of buttercream. We're going to smooth that all out and make sure we get it extra smooth, because we don't want any of those blemishes showing through when we pour our mirror glaze on over the top. So I'm just going to take my small offset spatula, we're going to apply that nice generous coat, and then I'm going to use a flexible smoother to smooth it all out. Alrighty, so I've smoothed my cake out as best as I can in preparation for our mirror glaze, but before we do that, we need to make sure this cake is extra cold. So we're going to pop this in the freezer for about 20 or 30 minutes to make sure everything is nice and firm, and when we come back, we're going to get our cake covered in some mirror glaze. So while my cake was chilling, I went ahead and I prepared my mirror glaze, and I've also prepared some little red stars for our Dragon Ball. And for anybody who's interested, it's actually the Chell Sweets recipe that I used, and you can find that over on her channel. Now, the first thing we're going to do, I think, is put our little red stars into place. Now, I was a little bit unsure if I wanted to put them on before the mirror glaze or after, but I'm scared that they're going to slide off the side if I put them on after. So we're going to put those on first, and then I'm going to grab my mirror glaze and we're going to get to the fun part. I think that's pretty good. Alright, we're going to let that drip dry now for a few minutes, and then we'll clean the bottom up, we'll transfer it to our cake board, we'll put our cake topper in place, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Well, here it is, guys. What do you think? I absolutely love it. I think it turned out really good. I was really skeptical. I didn't know if this idea was going to work, but if I was to do it again, I would try and make sure that the stars were pushed into the buttercream a little bit better before I did the pour. But besides that, overall, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out, and I really think it's going to make my little boy's day. He's going to absolutely love this cake. I know it's going to be his favorite birthday cake ever. And I really hope you guys enjoyed it too. If you did, you know what to do. Hit that big thumbs up button and leave me lots of love in the comment section too. And if you haven't done so already and you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you receive a notification every time I post a new video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.